Back in 2012, Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving ended up on the same USA team during the Olympics. And the young Kyrie, who idolized Kobe Bryant, decided to trash talk the Mamba.
This is not a high school kid going to talk. Kobe, oh my God, no. This is me going to talk to you one-on-one. You have the guard. No, you have the guard. You're not going to allow the guard.
Now, if you know anything about Kobe Bryant, you know that that is a horrible mistake. Many have tried to trash talk Kobe, and it seemingly always ends up ending horrible for them. It's like by trash talking Kobe, you activated a switch in him that turned him into an absolute cold-blooded killer, willing to do anything to make you eat your words. But this wasn't just any old regular player coming over and trash talking Kobe. This was Kyrie Irving, who just a year before this was the #1 overall draft pick, and he just won the Rookie of the Year award, leading the Cleveland Cavaliers and becoming one of the most entertaining and skilled players in the world. When it came to one-on-one scoring, it was very hard to stop Kyrie. People now regard Kyrie as potentially having the greatest handles in NBA history. And this is when he was at his youngest, his quickest, and his hungriest. So, when Kyrie was trash-talking Kobe, saying he could beat him in a one-on-one, he meant what he was saying. But at the same time, this was still Kobe Bryant, who just 2 years before this was winning back-to-back NBA championships and finals MVPs, and who's regarded as one of the greatest scorers of all time. The man was basically impossible to stop in a one-on-one scenario, and he was very good defensively as well. But at this point, it definitely wasn't prime Kobe. It was 2012 and he had been playing over 15 seasons now, and you could see him slowly regressing, but he definitely wasn't washed up by any means. So now, the stage was set, and that day wouldn't end up coming until December 11th of 2012, over half a year later from their last encounter. But after that clip of Kyrie trash talking got around, it definitely built up some hype for this game. And let's just say, both of them came very prepared.
Kyrie with it. Bodied up by his former Duke Blue Devils. Chris Duhon, not Kyrie. Opening minute of play in a 2-2 ball game. Bryant fires and hit Bryant. Bodied up by G. Going to work. Creating space again because they've had to play 11 games without him. Kobe on the baseline fade. Knocks it down. A la Michael Jordan.
Ooh.
Kyrie split the defense. Gets inside. Right down.
The bright lights come on. Something happens.
Kyrie dancing with it. Off the window shot.
Let him have it.
Kyrie off the dribble. The bottom for two. Kyrie is back.
Dance on.
These two have been going back and forth all game up to this point, and either team would have been able to pull off the win. But then, halfway through the third quarter, Kobe was on Kyrie, and Kyrie wanted to take the one-on-one opportunity. He backed up and everybody cleared out, making this his chance to show what he would have done to Kobe if they played against each other. You could feel the excitement in the building as Kyrie challenged Kobe, and you know that Kobe's competitiveness made him ready for the challenge. And then, this happened.
Kyrie against Bryant, who takes on the challenge. See if Kyrie does as well. Crowd anticipating a little one-on-one action. Behind the back, couldn't shake him. Bryant still an all-world defender, and he blocked it.
Kyrie drives on Kobe and tries to get the shot off, and Kobe gets the block on him. It was still very brave of Kyrie to even attempt challenging Kobe like this, but he should have known that Kobe wasn't having none of that. But they continued to go at it the rest of the game, and Kobe was actually able to bring the score even closer. And then it came down to the final moments, and surprisingly, Kyrie got his get back. In a very crucial play towards the end of the game, Kyrie gets past two defenders and hits Anderson Varejao for the mid-range jumper. This pretty much won the Cavs the game, but Kobe wasn't going out without a fight.
1, 2, 3 bounces is good. Kobe can do anything to any time.
Like that, a turn.
You say at any given time.
Kobe Bryant don't want to foul him here. Bryant, you'll give him that one. 8.7 to go.
The game ends, and Kobe gives Kyrie a nod of respect. While Kyrie ended the game with a very solid 28 points, Kobe ended this game with 42 points. The Cavs may have won this game, but between Kobe and Kyrie, Kobe won this exchange. And it made for one of the coolest moments in NBA history. The young rookie calling out the vet and then actually going at it on the court. This type of excitement around a regular season game just doesn't happen anymore, and considering the context of everything that happened after this moment will be going down in the history books. Because after this, 4 months later in April, the Lakers and the Warriors were matched up against each other. And this was a very crucial game for the Lakers, considering if they won this game, they would at least make the 8th seed and make it to the playoffs. And then, this happened.
Bryant Bryant again going to work, falls down. He's going to stay down there for a bit.
The worst case scenario for any athlete, Kobe Bryant tears his Achilles, which is pretty much impossible to come back from as an athlete. Many have tried before him, but usually it's career ending. But somehow, this didn't stop Kobe from shooting his 2 free throws.
Hurting, but the Lakers down by 2, and they want him and need him at the free throw line. Got it.
Backpedaling or whatever you have to do to get to the other end, if in fact he gets to the other end before a foul maybe.
Made him. But Kobe Bryant cannot continue.
After going through one of the worst pains any human can experience, tearing your Achilles, the man somehow walks over, makes his 2 free throws, and walks himself off the court. After this, Kobe would obviously be sidelined for a while and would do his best to recover from this injury. While in the world of Kyrie Irving, his world was about to completely change. After Kyrie led the Cavs by himself for a couple years, in the summer of 2014, LeBron James would make his return home back to Cleveland, and the duo of Kyrie and LeBron was born. And of course, after this, Cleveland became one of the best teams in the NBA, and they would make it to the 2015 finals against a team that was just now starting to get good, the Golden State Warriors. But unfortunately, this Cavs team would deal with a lot of injuries. Kevin Love pretty much had his arm pulled out of socket in the previous round, and Kyrie would end up getting injured during the finals. But LeBron was still able to keep the series competitive, and he had one of the best finals performances ever, even though it still wouldn't be enough, and the Warriors would defeat the Cavs in 6 games. But the next season, the Cavs looked even better, and if they could stay healthy, everybody knew the Cavs could very easily make it to the finals again. But while all this was happening, Kobe was saying his goodbye to the NBA as he announced his farewell tour in the 2015-2016 season. After 20 years as a Laker, he was finally ready to hang it up, and he had his final game set in April of 2016. People were very curious on how Kobe would look on his final game, and his former teammate Shaquille O'Neal even challenged him to drop 50 that night.
Kobe, they're doing a big celebration for you the last game. A lot of us are going to be there. Can you promise me one thing?
What's up?
I need 50 that night. Can you do it? Your last home game at the Staples. Can you give us 50?
More than 2. No.
And while this request seemed ridiculous to ask a player who just played 20 years and is about to play his final game, he did it anyway. And not only did Kobe have one of the most impressive final games in NBA history, he also hit game-winning shots.
With half a minute to play, Bryant for the lead! Yes! Kobe Bryant gives the Lakers the lead!
Kobe made history once again, winning the Lakers the game, and he dropped an insane 60 points. This moment was legendary and a picture-perfect exit for the Black Mamba. But on the same exact night, the Golden State Warriors were playing their final game of the season, and after winning this game, they officially ended their year with a record of 73-9, beating the 1996 Chicago Bulls record and becoming officially the greatest team of all time. And it was up to LeBron and Kyrie and the Cavs to somehow defeat this team. They matched up in the finals for the 2nd straight year, and the Warriors proved to just be the better team. They continued to beat the Cavs over and over again, and they took a commanding 3-1 lead, which no team in NBA history had ever come back from. The odds of coming back from down 3-1 against the greatest team in NBA history in the finals was about 0%, but LeBron and Kyrie weren't about to go out without a fight, and they put up some of the most impressive performances in NBA history, defeating the Warriors 2 games in a row. And while Kyrie was looked at as the sidekick to LeBron, Kyrie was dropping 40-point games and looking incredible in the series. They forced the series to a Game 7, and this game would end up going down as one of the greatest of all time. They battled it out all night long, and it truly came down to the wire in the 4th quarter. Both teams went minutes without scoring until Kyrie Irving got the ball. And he had the unanimous MVP and leader of the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, on him. And in Game 7, in the NBA Finals, with the score tied, Kyrie made history.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
Looked at by many as the best shot of all time, Kyrie hits a dagger 3 that would end up winning the Cavs this game. The Cavs successfully pulled off a 3-1 comeback in the NBA Finals, and Kyrie Irving was a big reason why. And while everybody was celebrating their victory in the locker rooms, Kyrie did this.
I remember sitting on the couch at home after Cleveland came back from that 3-1 deficit and beat Golden State. We're watching the game, and my phone rings, and it's FaceTime call, and I'm like, I hate FaceTime calls. Like, don't FaceTime call me, unless it's my family, right? But it's Kyrie. Like, all right, let me pick it up. I pick it up, and Kyrie's in the locker room celebrating on FaceTime. I'm like, dude, it worked. Your advice worked. You know what I mean? Like, he's completely freaking out. He's like, hey, Gigi. And Gigi's like, hey, congratulations. He's like, oh, my God. And, like, champagne spilling all over the place. I was really, really proud of him.
This moment really showcased how much Kobe meant to Kyrie and how much Kyrie wanted to be like him. After this, Kyrie would have a very successful but polarizing career. And even though a lot of people don't like Kyrie, you can't take his heart away from him and how much of that Mamba mentality he's got. Unfortunately, we all now know how the story of Kobe Bryant ended. Tragically, 5 years ago now, in January of 2020, Kobe would pass away due to a helicopter crash at the young age of 41, as well as his daughter Gigi. This obviously affected the whole NBA and its fans and the whole world a lot, but you could really tell how deeply this affected Kyrie. Kobe was Kyrie Irving's idol and mentor, and losing him was devastating. But Kyrie would continue to play his heart out, and he's continued to have a successful career, even making these past NBA Finals with the Dallas Mavericks. And it really goes to show the impact that Kobe Bryant had and how much he meant to the NBA. And how, even many years after this, even though he's gone, that Mamba mentality will never die.
Who would be, like you had MJ, who would be that mentee for you?
Yeah, I have a few of them. Kyrie certainly.